Alright. It's been a while since I've done this, and I don't know how well this video shoot's gonna go off, but I figured I'd give it another try. If you're here for our last installment, I did a woefully wrong analysis of the cave art found here. And I highly recommend listening to the director's commentary. It's fascinating. But I went through here, tried to explain my, again, woefully wrong interpretation. I'd also just like to make a small comment that the atmospheric fog effect is just lovely in VR. But I figured, let's continue. There's more cave art down this way. And I'll just try to give my analysis of what, from my perspective, I am seeing in this cave art. It's going to be wrong, it's going to be inaccurate, but that's probably half the point of why I'm doing this. So first up, we're here. And I think we can all guess what this is, which looks like the mask of a Combine soldier. As far as why it has the additional symbols of a circle and the line, I don't know, actually. I don't even have a guess on that one. And I don't actually know what these are supposed to be, but when I look at them, what I see are battle flag standards, if you will. Maybe it's marking, if I were to guess based on what I know over that one, maybe it's marking the location of Combine Worlds would be my guess. But again, I'm probably wrong on that. All I can say for sure is that I see battle flags and I see a Combine mask, and that's about it. As far as why we have this one over here and these are over there, I also don't know. And if I could get in there, what I'd want to know is, because I'm crazy, if that symbol is mirrored down there as well. Because if not, that'd be interesting. But yeah, also just beautiful being in here. Anyway, we all know what these are. These are head crabs. You can recognize the pincers, the way they suck onto the brain. These three things are head crabs, 100%. And finally, we're up to here, which is what almost looks like a shrine.
You all right? What's wrong?
Let's have given dialogue to continue.
I'm losing your signal. Alex? Alex? If you can still hear me, keep heading in the same direction and try to get above ground.
Russell?
Anyway, this, obviously this was a trap, and they used it to catch this. But I would also say in conjunction with this, it's almost like a shrine of some kind. And my first thought upon seeing that is that's a wavelength. Perhaps that's the head crab wavelength. Before I start saying anything horribly inaccurate, I'm going to stop there. But what I see is a head crab and a wavelength. Now, I'm thinking about it right now, trying to imagine what that could represent, but I really don't know, so I'm just going to move on. And here we are, the piece de resistance, the Vortigaunt eye, the symbol that represents their central eye, their font of psychic power, or whatever have you. One thing I want to mention, though, is when I see this line, to me what it very clearly represents is the Vortigaunt wavelength, which corroborates my initial thought on this, actually. Now, I could then try to ask, why is this one an actual wavelength and this is a line? Maybe head crabs have some sort of psychic ability too, or some way they interact with their victims psychically. Or those lines are completely unconnected. I'm completely off my rocker on this. But yeah, let's see if there's any more. Actually, I think that's it. So this will be a very short video. But, I almost missed this completely. Okay. Half Life symbol, I think. Vortigaunt. More symbols that make me think Black Mesa. They're psychic, which I am now safely saying that has something to do with the psychic ability the Vortigaunts have, which raises a question. I don't know my lore well enough to know if they come from the same place, but I thought they didn't, based on the videos I've seen. So that's interesting in its own right. Anyway, these are mirrored against each other, but the lines are different. Oh, interesting. Okay, so these symbols look more like what I would imagine the Vortigaunt's art to have been like before the introduction of the Combine. Whereas what I'm seeing over here is what could be the influence of the Combine on the internal symbology that Vortigaunts use to navigate reality. Also, how fascinating is it, a creature this advanced that's using cave art? I love it. And there it is, right in the center, Stars of the Universe. From Vortigaunt and Vortigaunt, you have reality. I almost missed this. This is fascinating. That looks like a tombstone I wanted to say. Of course it isn't, which raises the question, what is it? But yeah, I'm just going to do a quick once-over, see if I missed anything else here, but I think this is going to be about it for today. So, if you're watching, thanks for joining me. It's been quite a while since that initial video, but I decided to load in and, well, I see cave art, I make videos. And here, missed another one actually. What on earth is that? No, what is that? Seriously. Wonderful commenters, do you know what that is? Because I don't. I mean, it gives me alien vibes, but I really don't know. And, looks like that's pretty much the full symbol right there. Or pictogram. Whatever, what have you. Yeah. So, going through the flow, you get that, which leads into this. Of course, I'm assuming right to left, which if you remember my previous video, I was theorizing that Vortigaunts don't necessarily think in that linear of a fashion, but let's assume that they do. You have that, what almost looks like a creature. You have the Combine military, battle flag standards moving this way. Head crabs, which are very important, which I've never figured out why. Actually, I get them as far as an alien species, but I never figured out why they're important in the Half-Life universe beyond being what they are. I mean, this is almost religious. This is definitely meant to be religious. It's different than any of the coloring you find previously. It seems to glow with an ethereal quality. These head crabs are almost worshipped, essentially. And other than them being horrifying and beautiful, I don't know why anyone would worship them. So, we've gone through here. We've analyzed just about everything there is to see. Ist das eine Pipe? Anyway. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Please let me know everything I got wrong. I live for being incorrect on this stuff. So with that, I've been Massimar. It's been lovely talking to you guys, and I'm going to get to it. Give me a few seconds to shut everything down, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.